You've probably been here before. Standing in a quiet room, looking at someone who just tore down your peace of mind, and instead of feeling angry, you feel this heavy, aching urge to heal them. You find yourself staying up late, whispering excuses for their coldness. You tell yourself about the trauma in their past, the parents who didn't love them, the invisible pain they carried. We're taught that this kind of empathy is a superpower, the ultimate virtue. But out here in the real world, when you pour massive empathy into a space where personal boundaries don't exist, it stops being a gift. It turns into an invisible trap. Think about it. Manipulative, narcissistic people don't look for the weak. They look for the fiercely kind. They don't choose you because you're easy to break. They choose you because your capacity to care is so endless, it can be turned into a weapon against you. Today, let's step directly into the hidden psychology of this trap. Because once you see how your own kindness is being used to keep you running in circles, everything changes. The core concept, the illusion of reciprocity. When you love deeply, your brain relies on a quiet, beautiful rule: if I show you patience, you will learn to be patient with me. If I understand your darkness, you will eventually hold me in mind. That it's called the illusion of reciprocity. And it works, until you meet someone who thrives on control. When you deal with an emotional manipulator, that beautiful rule gets completely turned inside out. They don't see your understanding and think, I need to match their grace. Instead, their subconscious registers your empathy as a green light. An endless, free supply of emotional energy. You notice yourself becoming hyper-aware of the subtle shift in their voice, the way they set their phone down, the heavy silence when they walk through the door. In psychology, they call this maladaptive attunement. But to you, it just feels like survival. You become a shadow investigator of their moods, completely abandoning your own emotional safety, just to keep them calm. And the scariest part? You mistake that exhausting anxiety for a deep, passionate connection. The warning signs: how empathy is weaponized. A trap like this doesn't just snap shut on a random Tuesday. It breaks you down in 3 quiet, calculated shifts. First, you enter the inverse guilt loop. You know that heavy feeling when someone hurts you, but by the end of the conversation, you're the one crying and apologizing. They paint themselves as the victim so flawlessly that your empathy betrays you. You literally start feeling guilty for being hurt by them. Then comes the intermittent reinforcement. It's the exact neurochemistry that keeps people pulling the lever on a slot machine. They aren't cruel every single day. Just when you're ready to pack your bags, they give you a flash of the old sweetness. A glimpse of the person you fell for. Your brain, starved for peace, mistakes that sudden relief for true love. But it's not love. It's just a dopamine spike keeping you hooked on the chaos. Finally, you hit cognitive erosion. You understand their flaws so deeply, the bad childhood, the toxic ex, that you use your own intellect to excuse their current abuse. You stop being their partner. You become their human shield, protecting them from the consequences of how they treat you. The deep realization, the trauma bond neuroscience. If you've ever tried to walk away from a cycle like this, you know it doesn't feel like a normal breakup. It feels like your body is physically rejecting the air around you. It feels like withdrawal, and neuroscience proves that it actually is. When you love someone who keeps your world unstable, your brain doesn't function normally. It floods your system with oxytocin during the good moments, and spikes your dopamine during the terrifying lows. Your nervous system locks into a state of permanent high alert. You stop seeing them as a human being, and your brain starts tracking them like a drug. You become addicted to the cycle of the pain and the relief. The hardest, coldest truth you will ever have to face is sitting right here. You aren't staying because you love them more than life itself. You are staying because the instability has rewired your brain to believe that safety can only be found in the hands of the exact person who broke you. The action plan: transitioning to sovereign empathy. So, how do you pull yourself out of a chemical bond that is slowly eating your life away? You don't stop being a kind, deeply feeling person. You don't harden your heart, but you stop letting your empathy be blind, and you move into what is called sovereign empathy. You take all that massive, healing energy you've been wasting on someone who uses it to control you, and you turn it right back toward yourself. Step 1. Practice strategic disengagement. They feed on your reactions, your tears, your explanations, your paragraphs of text. The next time they try to pull you into an emotional storm, stand completely still. Become a gray rock. Look at their anger not as an emergency you need to fix, but as a reflection of their own internal chaos. When you stop reacting, the illusion of their power completely shatters. Step 2. separate the backstory from the behavior. Write this down in your mind. Understanding their pain does not obligate you to endure their disrespect. You can map out exactly why they are broken, you can wish them healing from the bottom of your soul, but you can do it from a completely different zip code. Step 3. Use the 48-hour empathy pause. When they create a crisis and your brain screams at you to rush in and save them, force yourself to wait 2 full days. Let the emotional adrenaline clear out of your body. Look at the situation with clear eyes and ask yourself, is my kindness actually helping them grow, or is it just helping them comfort their own toxic behavior? The resolution and call to action. Walking away from a trauma bond won't feel like a victory on day 1. It will feel like breaking an addiction. Your mind will panic, it will play the highlight reel of their best moments, and it will try to convince you to go back to the familiar ache, but you don't need to prove they were a monster to justify saving yourself. The beautiful parts of the relationship were real to you. But a few flashes of warmth are no longer worth the slow death of your self-respect. Your peace matters too. Your mental clarity matters. It's time to take that immense, beautiful heart of yours and use it to rescue the one person who actually deserves it right now. Look in the mirror. That's who needs you. If you're sitting there in the dark right now, realizing you've been trapped in this loop, drop the word sovereign in the comments below. Let me know you're reclaiming your space. I read every single story that gets left here. Subscribe to stay anchored to these deep dives. Protect your brilliant mind, guard your energy, and I'll see you right here in the next video.